Be advised, you are coming in weak and unreadable.
Say again, Comp Tower. This is Pacho. Do you read me over?
Pacho, this is Contower. I read you Lima Charlie.
Comp Tower, Comp Tower. Request permission to launch and commence the field ops. Over.
Stand by. Pacho, permission granted. Say again, permission granted.
Roger that. Launching podcast in 3, 2. You are now entering the field up with your host, Pacho Correa, Chief Warrant Officer 3, United States Marine Corps retired. Get some. Hurrah!
Get some. Hurrah. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Pacho right here. I am actually still across the pond here in Japan. So as it is baby Friday or Friday night eve for you, it's already Friday for me. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. So got a good show for you. Hopefully you'll like it. If you like today's topic, as a matter of fact, drop on the comments right over there. And maybe we can just make a continuation of this show next week, as a matter of fact. Anyways, before we get started, this show is brought to you by Primerica. So if you are ready to, plan for your future, set yourself up for success, have some stashed away, among many other things, Primerica is the way to go. Our corporate CEO has been on MSNBC several times, talking about how we help the economy, and also the answering questions in regards to inflation and so on and so forth. So very knowledgeable people. It's on the show bio. Go ahead and give them a call, and what do you have to lose? 30-40 minutes of your time won't cost you at all. The information that they share is great, and it could set you up for success later on. This is also brought to you by Castle Global Services. At Castle Global Services, they got several other things that they can help you or at your house or at your commercial business. One of the great products is Sphere. So if you're a business and you want to get better rates in regards to credit card, Sphere is the way to go. They got low percentage rate, because every credit card charges a certain percentage amount. Square, if you use Square, for example, they charge up to 2.75%. That means that $2.75 of every $100 in fees goes to them. That's daily. So if you wanna try to go ahead and get a better rate, go to castleglobalservices.acnibo.com, hit the services tab with the commercial side, and get a quote. If they don't beat they have a special right now that if they don't beat your current credit card rating, then you get a $250 gift card. So if anything, you just got a free gift card out of the whole deal. So check them out. It's on the show link on the show link bio right there. So see what happens. And by the way, we're also sponsored by the VA now too. So here's a message from them.
This message is from the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs. If you're having a tough time or thinking about suicide, you're not alone. And there's hope. VA's Veterans Crisis Line is full of responders who listen and help. Many are veterans or have veteran family members and friends, so they're prepared to address your challenges. After calling, you'll be connected to the next available crisis line responder. That person may ask, are you thinking of suicide? Or what plan can we put in place to keep you safe today? If you choose, the responder will share your name and personal information with your local VA Suicide Prevention Coordinator, who'll connect you to local VA assistance and resources. Don't wait. Dial 988, then press 1.
Thanks, Mike Richmond, for that awesome message. All right, and last but not least, look, we wouldn't be here today if if it wasn't for the great American Constitution. So what does that mean? Is that this show, we support the Constitution, and so we're all about the right to bear arms, freedom of speech, and all that good stuff. So if you like what you're listening to, if you like the show topics, or you have any ideas, send them down to us. Or if you don't like the show, that's fine too. You can go ahead and check something out from situator.com. they got a bunch of other different things that may tickle your fancy. So, but nonetheless, let's kick off the show. So I know I'm kind of, first of all, I'm talking kind of quiet. I'm not being as animated as I usually am because one, it's 7 in the morning. Two, we are in this beautiful hotel, that we're staying in a tatami room. That's a room that's basically, it's got the bamboo matting and all that stuff. So I don't want to be super loud and wake up my neighbors over here. So, but man, let me, it's a beautiful, beautiful. Hopefully, like you can see outside. Maybe not, but look at that. As my wife would say, ain't that gorgeous? Look at that. Oh, there's a nice little boat right there. So yes, we had this trip already planned. And as I mentioned last week, there was no show because we did have a death in the family. So my wife had been traveling here, several times because had been terminally ill. Fortunately, she was able to spend the time, those last few moments with him before he passed. So as someone who's been affected, impacted, I guess, through I've had several other losses due to cancer. Cancer just sucks. It's a shitty illness. It's a shame that we've pretty much discovered all kinds of different things thus far, but this is the one that I guess we just can't crack because it's unfortunate that all these people, they leave us at a very young age, and in such a short time they're with us. So, I just wish that wherever he is, that he's looking down on us, and that he's doing his best. He's doing gambate. So, anyways, but so we had this trip already planned, and we were able to be here for the services and such. So so I lived in Japan on different occasions, obviously because of the military. So we're just thinking of many different what is well, let's do it differently this time. Even my wife, who's actually from here, she's never gotten to know, I guess, her what her country has to offer. So, and even me, I mean, I was born and raised in Colombia, and it wasn't until later on in my life that I really started appreciating and traveling and get to see the different places that where I'm from has to offer. And I think a lot of us do that anywhere in where we live. We just get caught up in our daily lives and in our own bubbles that we really don't take the time to explore. And we may venture out to some other locations, and just kind of sit by the pool and drink pina coladas and whatever, but not really venture out. And I think that's and look, I'm not knocking that. If that's what you do, that's fine. For me, or for us, I think we're very outdoorsy, so to us those are wasted opportunities. And I've realized that for me, again, later on in life, so every chance I get to go explore a new place, we just become Dora the Explorer, and we just go out there and start and try to get lost. So that's what we're doing. The wife is the one who's planned out this whole trip the whole time, and God bless her for it, because I don't know shit about it. Yeah, it started out great. So I'm gonna go ahead and for those of you that don't follow me on social media, if you want to go, hit me up on Facebook, or you can hit me up on Instagram. It's at pacho_373, and you can give me a follow, and I'll be sharing pretty much this trip and everything that we do. So I'm gonna share some photos and just kind of chit chat through it. of this whole Dora the Explorer trip. So this is my other family in Japan. That's the Silva family. So as a matter of fact, this dude right here used to work when I was in Camp Fuji way back when, in 2010, 2011. This dude, my man right here, used to work there as well, and he's Brazilian. And he would hit me up all the time, dude, we gotta go party. Let's go, get together, meet my family. And it wasn't until like my last 4 months that I linked up with him, and we pretty much became, even to this day. I mean, we're still good friends. So every chance I come to Japan, I always link up with my boy Romulo. So shout out to him, his wife Yuki, and his daughter Sarah. So this is down in the New Mazu area, which is about 30 minutes by train from Mount Fuji, Japan. So we went to have lunch over there with them. Let's see what's next on the shoot. And then Japan has just so many things to offer. I mean, and it's very similar to Colombia. It reminds me a lot of times to Colombia. But this is the wife and I. We're down in this. It's got some rivers and stuff that you go swimming in, and that ledge is like a 14-foot drop, 15-foot drop right there, and the river just flows through it. Go ahead and let's go next. And right now, this is right here in Beppu, where we're at right now. That's the tower. It was a television tower, which it's no, that TV station is gone, but the tower's still here, and you could climb up there. We were there, as a matter of fact, last night on there. Next. And the other day we so there's the, if you like Netflix, there's this show, the Maiko Makanai. So a Maiko is what you see right here. Is a girl between the ages of 15 and 21, and so after they become 21, they become a geiko, which is, I guess you could say, a geisha, so to speak. So she's this is a Maiko. She's 20 years old. Anyways, on Netflix, there's a show about the makanai. And makanai is basically the cook of the house where these girls live. So we really like that show. It's really cool. So if you want to check it out, it's the Geiko Makanai. Check it out. Highly recommend it. Anyways, we went to a Maiko tea ceremony, and that was pretty cool right there. So, and all that makeup and all that stuff, they do it themselves. Next. And then obviously it wouldn't be a trip to Japan if you don't go see some type of mecha anime related type of stuff. So you see right there, that's a pretty big Gundam. We were this is down in Fukuoka area. So and those of you who are Latin and like music and stuff, there is a song in Spanish about this song in Fukuoka. Anyways, but huge mecha stuff going on. As a matter of fact, we in Tokyo, we will hit up the giant Gundam that's over there. That's pretty much it looks like an actual like the movie Pacific Rim. So it'll look like one of those giant ones. As a matter of fact, pretty cool. So there'll be a video about that as well. Let's go to the next one. So so I've always wanted to be. My wife surprised me with this one. This is actually like a samurai class. So you get to wear that whole get up right there. Let's see if hopefully the next picture will be another one of the samurai. Oh no, we already saw that one. Oh, this is the Hello Kitty train. Yeah, we actually got to go on the Hello Kitty train, or the Shinkansen, which is a super fast train. This was really cool. We got to go on that as well. Let's go ahead and go to the next one. And we, obviously there's a chance for a photo op right there. So we took some photos down in Fukuoka at a park. I will say that there was this Korean chick. She's influencer, whatever the shit she is. So obviously there's no etiquette over here. We were trying to take some other photos, and this bitch just popped into the picture, hid behind a tree, and she was still on there. And Yes, I'm still pissed. My wife's kind of looking at me right now. I'm still pissed off about it because we took some really cute photos, and this chick had no, wouldn't want to move out of the way, and then she spent like half an hour doing her photos, and then we missed out the sun. And anyways, whatever. Next. Oh man, yeah, this is a beautiful. I think so far, what we really liked about this trip is Kyoto. So this right here is a temple. As a matter of fact, this temple is really close to the emperor. So when you go inside and throughout the area, it's got the emperor's seal all over the place. We did go to which I think in some of the pictures you will see. You will see the end. Hopefully I capture one of them, but in some places you just couldn't take photos, so you have to respect that because obviously no photos were allowed. But I think Kyoto has been the highlight so far of our trip. Next, and this is at the samurai class. Again, my wife, she hooked this stuff up, and this was down in Kyoto, as a matter of fact. It was really, really cool. I will say that, much respect to these warriors, both on the ninja side and on the samurai side. When you saw me wearing that whole getup, it's not comfortable at all. That helmet is heavy; it digs in your head. So imagine, you're wearing all this hardcore PPE, and you're trying to fight on a horse. And I mean, I get it. It's either wear that or be, chopped up in pieces. So it was, but the whole experience was pretty cool. Let's go to the next one. And if you're interested in doing any of this stuff, you have any questions, hit us up. We'll be more than glad to point you in the right direction. So this is after I did my ninja class right there, and I'm putting on all the samurai stuff. By the way, what you see on TV is nothing. This was a real armor. This thing was heavy. At least 40, 50 pounds extra of armor on you. So, obviously on TV and on the movie, this stuff is made much lighter out of plastic and whatever. But again, it just makes you realize, how, some of these guys, when they went to war, they had to put all this battle rattle on. So they're helping me get all my stuff on right now on this photo, as a matter of fact. All right, next. And this is this still in Kyoto. We were out and about, just eating some food, appreciating some of the street food that they sell, and it's just this corridor, just nothing but food vendors all over the place. So if you're into gastronomically destroying yourself, I highly recommend. This is the place to go. Again, I think, man, there's a lot of Kyoto photos. I think we just really liked it there. Let's see the next one. Let me see what we got going on over here. Yeah, so the whole experience has been pretty good. Obviously, I mean, Japan is a very safe place, and oh, check this video out. Yeah, so by the way, delay reaction to Kia on there. So that motion right there is when you actually shake the blood off the blade before you store it back into the scabbard. By the way, the guy who the funny thing about the instructor, this dude is he's British, and actually his name is Sherlock. There were so many times that I wanted to say, well, no shit, Sherlock, during the whole time that we were doing there, but obviously, I didn't want to insult the dude, but it was pretty cool. Um, Again, this whole, in that place, you could do the ninja class. You can do the samurai class. So, we pretty much did the whole thing while we were there. Excuse me. Go ahead. Let's go to the next one, Brian. And this is the beginning of the Hello Kitty Shinkansen. That's the line for the fast train. That's what so when you say I'm taking the Shinkansen to wherever, and then they have another one which we took yesterday, which wasn't too bad. It was actually really cool. The floors were wooden floors, and they call it a Sonic. But the Shinkansens are amazing. I mean, you don't even feel the tracks because these things they float on there somewhat. So, but the Hello Kitty was pretty cool too. My wife bought a bunch of stuff at the Hello Kitty store on the photos there. Go ahead, let's go to the next one, Brian. Oh, and this is me just messing around with my battle rattle. By the way, I want to say that, this is all very, I just started kind of messing around with it. So it just came natural. And I really believe that on a previous life, I think I was from here. Maybe I was here during the Edo period, or maybe during the ninja period, because I was pretty good at that ninja class as well. There was a bunch of couple of other people with us as well. Obviously, there was no martial arts background on them. I do, and I don't want to toot my own horn, but I did have I do have a martial arts background. So shout out to Ken, who my sparring partner for many years. But yeah, so it was pretty cool to do, all these different things that you wanted to do as a kid. I remember watching guys like obviously Jean-Claude Van Damme, even though but he's a martial artist, but guys like Shaw Kosugi, who was pretty much the ninja master, and every movie as a kid watching about ninjas and other stuff. I mean, that dude right there, who's still alive, by the way, and still practicing. He pretty much had all the movies for ninjas and samurais. There's many other guys as well, but getting to fulfill some of these dreams or things that that you were doing as a kid are pretty cool. Let's see what's next on the shoot. Yeah. So, but yeah, pretty cool stuff. Getting to do all these different things here in this amazing country. So, and one of the, I never got a chance to come here. So this is Hiroshima right here, folks, and this is the Hiroshima Peace Museum or Memorial. And walk around and you go inside it. I will say that this one this one hit me really hard. I've been to Pearl Harbor. I think it's and it's and just being at Pearl Harbor, seeing the ship down below, and you see the names, and you get to see the photos. But being here, being here as well, I guess you could see the other side of the coin in regards to cause and effect of, I know Admiral Toyo told his leadership basically, hey, if you attack the U.S., you're going to be you'll awaken a sleeping giant, and that's how we were brought into World War II. And but man, and I could have taken photos. I found this out at the end. I asked one of the I guess security guards down at the bottom. He said, yeah, photos are okay. And I could have gone back and taken photos, but I don't know. I just didn't feel like it would have been. I just didn't feel right. the photos are very the stuff that you see up there. It's not super graphic, but I mean, you get. For me, it just hit me just a human aspect, and as a warrior and somebody who fought in the military and such, I can write off. I guess you can say, even in battle, like samurais and things like that. Hey, I'm here. You're there. You're the enemy. Boom. Okay, let's go at it. Here's my sword. Bam. Or here's my gun. Whatever. We shoot at each other back and forth. I can accept that because that's as a warrior, that's what you signed up for. Hey, you're gonna go to battle. You're gonna fight. What was hard to swallow, the pill that was hard to swallow, I guess, is just the aftermath and the things that and the casualties that come with it. That was the fucked up part, for me. So I think both sides were wrong, for what they did, and and I hope that we never get to a point where we have to use such a type of weapon, because, man, if you see some, the amount of children that I think is about over 140 145,000, over 145,000 people were killed. Again, that there were, obviously that count, but I think the toll was much higher. Um, you know, I hope that we never get to a point where we have to use, something like this. I can't question it. I guess no, I guess I can't question it. And I'm out now, so fuck it. But I can't speak. What was the reasoning behind? I know that Hitler, and during that time period, there was a lot of things going on at the time. Then Hitler was in the verge of. I mean, they were experimenting with a lot of different things and brand new technologies like jets. Many different things that we were lucky enough we were able to stay on 1 foot ahead of them and keep up. But because I know that we were this close to be speaking in today's day and age Japanese, and even Japanese and German. So if you're a fan of was it the glass that Amazon TV show, that's a dystopian view of what could have happened if Japan and Germany had won the war. So, but I hope that we never get to use that. Brian, can you show the one about the building that's all messed up, like destroyed still? I don't know if you can see it on there. Meters above this building, right, that you can see right there, 600 meters above that's where Little Boy exploded. That was the first bomb that they dropped. It was Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Fat Boy was on so this one, Fat Boy was, I think, weighed 600 tons. This one weighed 400, and its shape was more longer, like this, of the bomb. I think it was about 3 meters long. So, and then Fat Boy was actually the size. So the height, I think, is higher than like a human and a half higher, and it was huge. So that's why they call it Fat Man and Little Boy. But so 600 meters above this exploded that bomb, and it just completely obliterated this fucking city. I mean, it was just completely obliterated. It left 4 buildings standing. Because you can see like this, and they have this model with, it kind of looks like this 3D version of what happened. And it completely obliterated the city. There was nothing left after that. And then the radiation, there was black rain, and people were, there you see photos of people with their mouths open. Not photos. They had drawings, because people were actually drawing all this stuff. But people with black rain, there was black rain after, and people were drinking because they were so burnt and hot that they were drinking this basically radioactive rain. They were drinking, and people were jumping into the river. Which you see that river right there in front of that building. People were jumping in there to try to cool off and everything. It's fucking. It's pretty sad. And some of the photos after. The children was what. It was pretty fucking crazy. All right, let's see what else is there. Again, that's us, right there taking, the Shinkansen. Let's go to the next one. Yep, and this is, this one right here is another photo session that, yeah, we're just pretty much playing photographers on here, but I think we'll just go ahead and end it with this photo. Look, the bottom line is how we get into, you want to do some really cool stuff. Get out there and travel. Get out there and see the world, because at the end of the day, even though this planet is really, really small, because it is, if we're doing ourselves a huge, we're shorting ourselves out of all the great things that this world has, is by actually traveling and getting to know all the different cultures. So get out there, travel, see the world, and yeah. So with that being said, folks, I just want to say, hey, thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting the show. Aistamas, Daisuki. We're going to go to index right here. Yat, hoorah, get some. I'll talk to you next week.